Sweetie. Yeah, we get the vibing, don't we? We got some topics to discuss. We get it poppin', homie. Just elected like the new mayor. Putting on the classic like he Ric Flair. This is Josh Martinez and Z100. Home of your favorite music where the beats are bumping. Pick your favorite company, the wait is over. It's a superstar crossover. If I can sip out.
Z100, New York's #1 hit music station. I'm Josh Martinez with my guest, Sonya Deville. What's going on, girl?
What's up, Josh? How you doing?
Chilling. You know, I got to be honest with you. I'm born and raised in New York City. Love everything about the tri-state. I currently live in Jersey City. Where the hell were you born and raised?
Chemung, New Jersey.
Out right now, and like, where the hell? Where is that?
Everyone says that. First of all, I love Jersey City. I used to live in Hoboken, right next door. Big fan of the area, and Jersey City now even more so is amazing. But yeah, so Chemung is just inland of Cherry Hill, like 30 minutes east of Cherry Hill. Yeah, it's a small little town. If you know, like Medford Lakes, it's next to that.
So did you grow up like a Philly City fan, or were you more a New York City fan of things?
Yeah, everyone was like Philly fans, Phillies, Eagles, Sixers, you know.
Oh, so you were as well?
Yeah, yes.
No one's perfect. It's fine.
Wow. The shade.
I'll just kind of jump into things. You are the first openly gay female performer in WWE. When you found that out, what was that feeling like?
Well, it was a journey. I didn't really realize it in the moment. It was in an interview for WWE Tough Enough, which is like a reality show I was on. They just asked if I was in a relationship, and I got all nervous and was like, yeah, because I wasn't out at the time to everyone yet. And then I started to realize from social media and everything else, like, oh, you're the first openly gay female. I didn't even know that was like a thing. I didn't know it was a thing. It could be a thing. And then obviously over the past like 7 years, I've taken it on, and I've tried to use my voice and my platform with WWE as much as I can to contribute to the community and to be representation for those who need it, and to let everyone know that's part of the community, that they can do whatever they want to do, and their sexuality does not define them, but it's a great part of them.
How important is inclusion for you?
It's huge. It's huge because growing up, a big reason why I didn't come out until I was like 19, 20, was because I didn't see it a lot. Like it wasn't in my society, in my world, in my small town of Chemung, New Jersey. I think I knew like one gay person. So for me to just be like, yeah, I'm gay. Like I didn't even realize it was an option. No one ever thought I was. No one ever asked if I was. So I didn't really think it was an option. I didn't see it on TV that much, or in my entertainment represented heavily at the time. And so I just didn't know it was okay. And so being that voice and that kind of vision or person for somebody else that's going through what I was going through, kind of being conflicted and being confused, hopefully I can give that person or people the openness to be like, oh, it is a thing, and it's okay if it's a thing, and it's okay to speak on my truth and my sexuality.
And I'll be the first to say, because you and I are relatively close in age, there were characters on TV, but they were not portrayed in the best light. There was just this weird stigma or stereotype. Yeah. So I totally understand what you mean in regards to not seeing it. It was out there, but it wasn't necessarily seen in the most, I guess, productive light might be the best way to put it.
Yeah, and it wasn't that prevalent either. It was like maybe one character, and like you said, it was kind of over characterized and dramatized in a way that wasn't always positive. So yeah, I remember like Ellen being like one of the first like prominent gay figures, and I was like, oh, maybe like I can be gay, maybe I am gay. And like even like Angelina Jolie coming out as pansexual and Megan Fox coming out as bisexual, like these were pivotal moments of my youth, being like, okay, like it's an option. Like, so I know how important it is to have that visual representation. So me being that for someone else is all I could wish for.
I think that's dope. I think there's definitely something behind realizing that you're the first to do something, or you're a trailblazer in some aspect, and running with it. Some people might stand there and be like, oh, you're kind of like hanging on to it or leaning on it too much. And it's like, yo, for lack of a better term, fuck that. Like, there's a reason why there was no one before me, and there's a reason why this is happening now. And now we're going to set a new trail for everyone to follow. So, dope ass.
Thank you. And it's just being me, you know, and I tell everyone it's just a part of me. It doesn't define me. It's just me being me. But I am self-aware enough to know that me being me can positively impact so many that are struggling because I was them. So yeah, I think it's always positive to share your story. Whether it's with your sexuality, whether it's with mental health, whatever it is, we all have a journey, we all have a story. And sometimes sharing that, as vulnerable as you may need to be, can help people in a positive way.
Now, I'm the type of person that everything I wear in like a public eye, if I'm going to a concert or on stage at Madison Square Garden for Z100 Jingle Ball, like there's a piece of me on the outfit, right? Like I'm obsessed with wrestling, as you could see around me, right? And like I had like Ultimate Warrior socks on for Jingle Ball, my first time on stage at MSG. And like my lapel pin was a world heavyweight title. Like that was my way of saying I'm a wrestling fan on stage at Madison Square Garden. Did you feel like being in Saudi Arabia, you thought about doing something with your outfit or your attire to kind of little wink, wink, nudge, nudge for those that know? Or were you like, I'm just trying to look like a badass bitch and call it a day?
Yeah, I think that visual like representation is so important. I remember one WrestleMania, I wore all rainbow gear and came out and did my thing. And yeah, that's super important for me. And that always crosses my mind. But at the same time, I've evolved this character so much. And like I said, I'm so much more than just my sexuality. So I think it's nice to do that sometimes. And I definitely will in the future again, I'm sure. But me being me, I think is enough sometimes. And my fans know I've been in WWE now for 7 years, which is crazy to say, but they know who I am and they know what I stand for. And, you know, the week prior, I was walking the purple carpet for GLAAD in the NFL. And the next week I was in Saudi Arabia being the badass I am and performing. So I think it speaks for itself for sure.
Now, you did mention your character, the evolution of your character. What was your initial reaction when they came up to you and say, yo, you're going to be on-screen authority, maybe not so much in the ring yet? Was there a plan, or was it like, this is what you're doing this week, we'll figure shit out as we go along?
Yeah, it was kind of week by week. It was kind of fly by the coattails. I remember having a conversation with Vince when I got back. And I was like, you know, what are we doing? What's the plan? I had a couple ideas and he had kind of a different vision, and we were kind of just throwing things at each other. And I was like, just like, I have a 3-piece suit, by the way. And like, I think that'd be kind of cool to like, have that be part of my character, just like a power strength role. And I was just kind of explaining to him how I saw my character evolving. And he was like, you have a suit. And he's like, go get it. And so long story short, that was kind of his vision. He was like, let's put her in authority role. Like she fits perfect. And I think he just saw me as that. And so we started out as Adam Pearce's assistant, and then I moved my way up the ranks, and here I am running both brands now. So it definitely evolved as we went along. It was like a week by week thing for sure.
I will say, I have a cousin whose name is Annalise, and she is quite a fan of yours in suits, and I'll just kind of leave it at that.
Oh, hi, Annalise. How you doing? You know, I have some good suit makers, so DM me and I'll give you all the info.
She's constantly sending me pictures, and it's because you do a really good job of showing that outfit of the week, outfit of the day, and she's constantly sending it to me with emojis. She's a fan.
Thank you. It's high maintenance. It's a lot. I give guys credit now for wearing all the suits. Like you have to switch up the shirt and tie combo or like something, or else you're going to have like 300 suits. And I'm on TV twice a week. So I have a lot of suits and my closets are running out of space, and it's not a good situation. I didn't
even think of that's a good point, because like I complained. In my teens, I was a Sweet 16 MC, right? So I was the schmuck that was out every Sweet 16, and you change the voice like, welcome to Sonya's Sweet 16, and you go over the top, right? And
Right.
we had 3-piece suits. Thank God it was just an all black suit, and you just change the color of the tie.
Yeah.
It didn't even cross my mind that you got to do that shit twice a week, and you can't really wear the same suit in the same month.
And I've double worn a couple, but I'll switch up like the tie or the shirt or the lapel chain or pin or like, but it's a lot. It's very high maintenance. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm turning into like a collector of the suits. Like my closets now are just like suits everywhere. But yeah.
Do you and Seth Rollins kind of go back and forth at who looks better?
Yeah, we've had suit offs for sure. Yeah, but he's got a different vibe. You know, he's very eccentric, abstract, bold, loud. I'm more like sleek, James Bondy, matrixy, badass. You know, we have different vibes.
Who would you say, aside from you, who would you say is the best dressed female in the company?
Ooh,
I'm putting you on the spot.
you are. I love Rhea Ripley's style. So I would say she's always on the nose with her style. Like she's very good at doing her, and I'm a big fan of that, like kind of punk goth glam. So I love her vibes. Liv Morgan just comes up with like the cutest, most unique outfits, and she's one of my best friends, so I love her. And then of course, Becky Lynch just kills it with the eccentric, loud, obnoxious looks. Yeah, we have a lot of trendsetters.
Which seems to be, I mean, kind of a more recent thing where all of a sudden it was like, it's almost like no more, this is my shirt as a superstar. I will wear it every week to the ring. Now it's like, whoever you are, fuck it. Go out there and dress. I personally like that way more.
Yeah, I'm like a big on like what you wear, and like your physical is like your representation. So like, go out there how you want to be perceived. Like I'm not going to be one that goes out in sweatpants ever. That's just not my vibe. I like to go out and kill it to the nines and always have everything on point, because at the very least, if you're on TV for 30 seconds and you don't have much going on in that moment, they're going to remember you looking like a superstar. And, you know, I learned that from people like Miz. You know, Miz always looks the part. He always dresses the part. And I think that consistency and that extra effort subconsciously resonates with the fans. Like, oh, they're a big deal.
No, absolutely. And one thing I like to do every time I have a guest, I like to play a game of this or that. I'm gonna give you two things. You just really simple. It's either this or that. You can if you want, but you don't have to. Cool?
Love it.
All right, here we go. Chicken or beef?
Chicken.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke, hands down.
Board games or card games?
Oh, girl playing rummy, so cards.
The toilet paper, over or under?
Oh, this is always a debate in my house. It's over.
South Florida or LA?
Oh, that's so hard. I love LA and I love South Florida. They have different pros and cons. I'm gonna go LA for the vibes and getting shit done. South Florida for the chill and going out.
Chuck Liddell or Randy Couture?
Ooh, that's hard too. Chuck Liddell.
Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali?
Oh, these are so hard. Muhammad.
Jordan or Iverson?
Iverson. Huge 76ers fan. Huge Iverson fan.
Why haven't you paid homage to Iverson with gear yet? I'm just saying, a quick little 3 on the thigh, maybe a fake little neck tattoo, can make it work.
That is a great idea. And actually, do we have a big Philly show coming up? Maybe for the next Philly show coming up. That's a great idea. I never, like, some people do like a lot of shout outs with their gear. Like Zelina always does like themed gear. Liv actually does a lot of themed gear. I never did that. I'm more like, just like straight to the point. It's about the character. But I think an Allen Iverson tribute gear would be sick.
Even something as simple as the 3 font lapel, just something, right? And I'm just here to help you out.
Love
2
it.
weeks ago, you posted on the Demand These Donuts Instagram page. You're taking a business meeting. What's happening with Demand These Donuts?
We're making donuts. We are making donuts, and it's been so long in the works. We're so excited. It's been so time consuming. It's one of those things where it's like, sometimes when you want it done the right way, you have to take your time with it. In this world of instant gratification, it's very hard to realize, but we really have taken our time with this. We have not cut the corners, and we are perfecting the recipe, and they hopefully will be available in your home soon.
Good, and we'll keep our eyes on that. And what's the Instagram for Demand These Donuts again?
At Demand These Donuts. It's a Z at the end of both words.
There you go. Simple and easy. And this is obviously a music station, so I'd be remiss not to talk about music. I'm going to put you on the spot again. I like doing that to people. Your top 5 favorite artists ever. and you could only name 5. Don't give me a 6 and a 7 talking about on a certain date. No, 5 hard, girl.
Okay, Eminem for sure.
Like
A smaller rapper. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's from Detroit. NF.
Oh my God. I've actually hung out with NF, and we'll talk about this down the road. He is one of the most unique people you will ever come across, and I'll leave it
I love his music. He's so smart and so creative. Okay. NF. Let's go. I love Jay-Z. I love, Beyonce's there. Beyonce.
Okay. So we got Eminem, NF, Beyonce, Jay-Z. So we need one more.
Okay, I'm a really big Polo G fan right now, so I'm gonna throw Polo G in there.
All right, no doubt. So you kind of hit, that's 2 Chicagos, a Houston, and New York. No, 2 Detroits, a Chicago, a New York.
Detroit, yeah.
Over the place. Like it.
Yep, all over the globe.
I asked Big E last week his 5 favorites. 4 of them came out of New York City, so he has really good music taste. It's basically
wow.
One more time. Sonya Deville, thank you so much. We'll wrap this up. Before I go, though, I don't think I've seen this before. I'm just curious. What was the plan originally? Like, what would have the style been for you in the hair versus hair match?
It would have been shaved. I would have rocked a buzz.
You would have gone down to the complete just buzz, one all around.
Yeah, that's what hair versus hair is. I mean, I would have rocked it. I would have rocked it. I
love that. That just shows the confidence. Put on that suit and it's a wrap. Talk about a unique look. Right there.
That's a look. That's a look.
Sonya Deville, how can fans get a hold of you? Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all those joints.
Yeah, everything at Sonya Deville WWE. And like I said earlier, at Demandy's Donuts if you want to check out the donuts. And you can always find me on Raw and SmackDown every single week, so you can't miss.